Good evening, everyone, Yankee fans. I couldn't have timed this better if I tried. Exactly 10 o'clock, and 10 o'clock the ball game ended. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Not what we wanted, not what we expected, but what do you expect? Of course, it turned out the wrong decision. They should have put Blue Baker in. But before we do all of that, I want to welcome everyone to the stream. How you guys doing? Feel awful. Everybody was so anticipating the game today and everything, and my God, they pull another clunker. It's really incredible. You can't even you just there's really not much you can say. Anyway, again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Everybody, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to NY Yankee Mania. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Press the like button, and we go forward from here. There's no words to describe this, but before we go into anything, let me say hello to the people in the chat. The Nasty One, how you doing? Celia, how are you? How's it going? Jake, Nasty One, Jake, just to name a few. Also in the email, we have Bob Rizzo, we have Kevin. How you doing, Kevin? John Ferrazzo, how's it going? Surprised you, at least one or two of you aren't in the chat, unless you guys are working or what's going on. So I want to welcome everyone. And before we do anything, let's go to the scoreboard and let's see what the rest of the league is doing before we digest this disgusting game. The Mets and Cincinnati just ended, and the Reds beat the Mets 8-4. The Tigers and the Rangers, nothing, bottom 7. The Colorado Rockies lead the Twins 5-1, bottom 5. The Cardinals and the Diamondbacks, no score, bottom 2. Brewers and the Dodgers just getting underway. The Astros, the Mariners just getting underway. Here are the other finals. The Cubs beat the Red Sox 4-1, and the Yankees cannot capitalize on that. The White Sox all over the Pirates 10-1. The Padres beat the Nationals 7-2. The Los Angeles Angels defeated the Phillies 6-5. Toronto Blue Jays beat the Giants 4-0. I think the Giants are worse that they got in Devers. They can't win. They can't really win consistently. So now the Yankees are 3 games out. I'm sure we all know that by now. We've got let's see, the Marlins over the Royals in 8-7. The Athletics and the Guardians 8, the Athletics 6, the Rays 11, and the Orioles 1. So that is your scoreboard right now. Kind of hard to believe. We come back to absolute garbage. But the bozo of the game, as I like to call it, can I know what Vivas was doing from going from second to third on that fly ball and not sliding? And what was the third base coach doing? Picking his nose? How do you not? I want to see that play in slow motion. I want to see what the third base coach is doing. Because if he's just standing there picking his nose, fire him. If he would have slid, he would have made it. What kind of garbage was that? They play like the Bad News Bears. Are you kidding me? Are you for real? What kind of stupid lineup was that? My God, you just come off of 4 days off. What are you resting people for? Play your best pitcher, your best players. Damn it. Oh, I even say, I hate to say that because you know me, I can't stand cursing. But come on, give me a break. Jeez. They get a leadoff hit, and that's it. They're done. Boom. Goodbye. Before you get in out, we're losing 3-0. The only good part of tonight was Stanton coming off the bench and getting a double. Are you serious? This is a major league team. This is a $300 million team. It's crap. Absolute crap. Oh my God. They got to be kidding me. And these pitchers in the bullpen, these 5-and-dimers. Are you kidding me? You want to scrimp and you want to save? Well, this is what happens. This is what happens. Well, yeah. Hey, Lou, how you doing? 99, how are you? Well, now when you put crap out there like that, Ian Hamilton, are you kidding me? I'll take one of those Bananaramas than Ian Hamilton. It's about time they start DNAing people. Get rid of some of this crap. Enough already. Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me. Let's go to the chat. Let's see. Let's start with Celia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Joe. Hope you're doing well. The minute I saw it was an opener, I knew it would be a loss. When you have Hamilton, Rico Garcia, Blue Baker and company, you're not going to give yourself a shot. Well, the only good thing out of that was Blue Baker pitched pretty good. Only to make matters worse because he should have been the starter. He's a starter by trade. Who gave them the bright idea of starting Ian Hamilton? That's what I'd like to know because he should be fired. And Vivas should not even see another game in the major leagues. Guy's a complete. What was he thinking? The guy's got a cannon for an arm. And you stand up? A 12-year-old would know to slide. D-Train says, great way to start the half. I know that. I see Boone and Infant Wisdom again. Cost us another game. You know, where do they come up with these things? They must practice a lot. I'll tell you. They don't have their act together at all. At all. At all. I was talking with a prominent Yankee man tonight. Unfortunately, because it's the regular season, I can't mention his name. But I can tell you one thing. What he sees is pure garbage. And this guy's been following the Yankees for over 40 years. 40 years. There is no continuity with this team. There's nothing. They don't know what they're doing. They just don't. They have no discipline. They have nothing. Their coaches are clueless. And it takes a lot for this source to really, and he went off on them tonight. And I'm telling you right now, they are a messed up club. You have no idea. You have no idea behind the scenes. And I'm telling you, they are messed up. They don't know if they're coming or going. Jake says, I think the bozo game of the game was Hamilton. Well, I think they were all bozos. And what is Judge doing? He just swings at it like it's nothing. Let's go over the stats. I'm so sick of the strikeouts. That's all they do. Grissom, 3 at-bats, 1 hit. Bellinger, 4 at-bats, a hit and a run. Judge, 3 strikeouts. 3 strikeouts. Can he do a little better than that? Chisholm, 4 at-bats. He looked awful tonight. Awful. Did you see the way he swung in the first time up and the second time up? And he wanted to be in the home run contest? Dominguez, 3 strikeouts. He plays 1 good game. The next game, he just, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Rice. He's the only guy who's probably going to get traded, and he got 2 hits tonight. Volpe. We won't even get into that. 2 strikeouts, and, of course, no hits. Wells. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. 13 strikeouts. 13. Are you serious? Stanton has 1 at-bat, 2 RBIs, 1 hit, and he's sitting on the bench. Thanks, Boone. Thanks, organization. But Piazza, 1 run. Whoopie-doo. Estrada, 1 at-bat and a strikeout. What else is new? Oh, and let's go to the pitching line. This is great. Hamilton, 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, and a walk. Garcia, another wonderful pickup. 2 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 Ks, 2 walks. Efros, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 1/3 innings. And Blue Baker was flawless. He was your starting pitcher, folks. Where did they get Ian Hamilton? Where? You gotta be kidding me. 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. If you're gonna do a bullpen game, the least you can do is pitch the guy that is the most of a starter. You don't pick a rinky-dink guy. Let's see. Blue Baker got more strikeouts than Will Warren in his last start. Yeah, well, there you go. Now, I am not proclaiming that Stanton would have done anything. I'm just giving. I want a positive influence on something. I don't know what he would have done again. He might have struck out 4 times, but who knows? He didn't play. Stanton was sitting on the bench because he would have struck out 3 times against Stripe. Okay, fine, but he got the hit. He got a hit. I'm trying to think on the bright side on something. The positive is we made them lose their closer. Yeah, but that's only 1 inning. We do who do we use tomorrow? If Warren gets hit, we use the middle inning guys. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought somebody back up. They're going to probably do that, or DFA somebody. Who knows what they're going to do? Who knows? They're probably announcing something now. But they better if they're going to make trades, they better get on their wild horse. Because if they wait now and they have a bad weekend, they got to they got to play Toronto. If they lose to Toronto, we're in trouble. All around. And don't sleep on Tampa Bay. Don't sleep on them. Nasty one. I hear you, Joe. This is the first game of the break to have much. It doesn't matter. Nothing changed. It got worse. Look at the 3 pitchers they're throwing against that lineup. You couldn't even get it. You couldn't even get a lawyer's team on that. They set a negative tone for the rest of the season. Yeah, John, I totally agree with you. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm on a rant. I haven't done this in a while, but you get to the point. We're all excited. We're all ready for coming back for the second half, this and that. And they pulled this? That's the best you can do? Ian Hamilton, that's the best you can do. Blue Baker has been a starting pitcher his whole life. Why did you not put him in there? I agree with Bill O. This is just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. We've got the Jays, the Phillies, and Tampa. Good luck with that, with our pitching staff right now. Good luck with it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I truly, what we see on the base pads is pathetic. What we see how they hit in the clutch is pathetic. They strike out. And the funny thing is, some fans want to bring in people that are going to strike out like crazy. What good is that? You need to get contact hitters. I'm sick and tired of getting a power hitter that strikes out all the time. Ridiculous. Joe, and honestly, it doesn't even matter what Joe Butt did, that we act like Judge wouldn't have struck out like he always does. It's not the point. It's always like the little thing that sparks you up, 99. You should know that in sports, or in life in general. Things build up, but then a stupid thing will set you off. Well, that set me off. How do you not slide? And where is the third base coach? The guy's got a cannon. You have to know that. You don't go up. The guy's a bullet thrower. And then they look like they're so shocked, like, what a throw. What do you mean, what a throw? Does anybody watch any films anymore? Or is it just analytic paper? What are they looking on their iPads for? For what? What restaurant to go to after the game? My God. Unbelievable. Lou said, we all know Judge is not clutch. Well, everybody makes him to be Il Capitan, Il this, Il that. I've never heard a lot of people say that. He may not be clutch in the playoffs, but he is pretty good in the regular season, Lou. I mean, listen, I'm just frustrated. I don't mean to be coming down on anyone. You know how much I care about each and every one of you. I'm just frustrated because I know they can. We all know they can do better. But this lineup and everything, I mean, I 13 strikeouts, 13. Can we cut down on the strikeouts at least? Vivas was reading the third baseman body language. That's why he didn't slide. Well, that just goes to show you how he doesn't know anything about anything. But the third base coach has got to be saying, get down, get down, get down. We need to start over. Maybe time that we trade away guys for prospects. The problem is, the nasty, I agree with you, but the problem is that we don't rebuild, we retool. That's what they do. The Yankees are afraid to do that. Even though the fans will probably welcome it a little bit, they're afraid to do that. They got too much on the line with season ticket holders, with sponsorships, with the Yes Network, with all of that. They're afraid. They can't do that. The coach was telling him to slide. Okay. But he's still not the greatest third base coach. So I'm not. I don't care. I'm whatever. But thank you, Jake, for that. At least we figure. That's a good one. Okay, I appreciate that. Volpe is worthless. Well, I wouldn't call him worthless. He's just not. I mean, obviously, he's not playing well, and pretty soon he's going to be under the Mendoza line. And that's not good. That's not good. Oh, I guess the second coming of Anthony Volpe is here. And please don't trade me 99. Ay. Oh, my God. Can we please just trade for C.J. Abrams, get Volpe off our team, please? I don't know that. I don't even know how to answer that anymore. I don't know how to answer that. Bill O said, Jake said Mendoza had horrible decisions in the Mets game today. I was in the Mets chat and everyone was saying that Boone influenced Mendoza. Oh, you're gonna blame Boone for that too? That poor guy, he doesn't have a leg to stand on, does he? My God. He actually has talent. Yeah. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. I mean, really. John the Beagle Dad, how you doing? Terrible. And I really do not give a crap about what deals they make. Rico Garcia and Ian Hamilton need to get new jobs. Yeah, I think that's going to happen sooner than we think. I really do. Just looking at the chat, everyone. Celia, I said it from the beginning of the season, Joe. Judge is a strikeout machine. As much as he hits, he strikeouts just as much. I agree with you, but you know what? I'm afraid to put this guy down because I think all the chat and everyone will get down my throat thinking I'm crazy and I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm glad it's coming from the chat. I mean, as great as he is, Celia, you're right. He strikes out way too much, and it seems to me, he's not getting any younger. That's the problem. He's not getting any younger. What is he going to be? What, 34, 35 next year? And today he came out and said, I want to play till I'm in my 40s. I mean, listen, I just want contact the ball. You don't have to hit it 9 miles. Get on base. We don't do that. We strike out. I mean, do you realize, let's see. Okay. Do you realize that we struck out 4 innings of the game? 3 1/3 of strikeout ball. How are you going to win a game like? How are you going to win a game? Actually, 4 innings, 4 full innings of strikeouts. Anybody think of it that way? 4 innings. So now you're allowing 5 innings to get 7 or 8 runs. That is pathetic. That's pathetic. Nobody's really put that in perspective. 4 1/3 innings of strikeouts. Joe, why can't the Yankees ever scout the Acunas, the Sotos, the LAs, the Yolando Alvarez? We always scout average players like Dominguez. Well, I don't know if Dominguez yet is an average player. I mean, he's not playing like a superstar, that's for sure. But, come on. IMTA 71, how you doing? How's it going? How about your take on this wonderful first game? What are your feelings on it? I'm sure you've watched them time and time again. Dominguez is so overrated. I'm sorry. And you guys might hate me for saying that. You have your opinion. Why would we hate you? We're not going to hate you. That's your opinion. But I would say let's see in about a year or two. Dominguez isn't saving our season. No. But you got to give him another year or so. You have to. I mean, what is he? 22 years old? I mean, geez, they gave Volpe 3 years. So you might as well give, and the one guy that hit tonight might be traded from what I'm hearing in Ben Rice. The only players who can save our season is Luis Hill, Fernando Cruz, and Cam Schuttler. And now we got to worry about Cam because he's got the forearm problem. But the image came out clean. But that doesn't mean anything. Every time you hear something like that, and then he goes for something, boom, there's something wrong. I was wondering why we were using a bullpen game with three worse bullpen guys after the All-Star break, because Max Fried couldn't go tonight because the blister is not 100%. And to be honest with you, the real thing they should have done was start Blue Baker. That would have been the right move. He's been a starter all his career, basically. He should have started this game. And then to make matters worse or better, he pitched flawlessly in the 3 innings he was in. That's all we needed. and then you could have went to a Tim Hill. Then you could have done a few things. But those two guys in the beginning killed the whole game. Yeah, yes, and I understand that. But maybe the Yankees could have done something. You know, you don't know. Before you turn around, you're down 3-0 with a really good pitcher out there. Then before you turn around, you're down 7-0. You don't know. I'll take my chances. Blue Baker goes out there and gives 4 shutout innings. I'll take my chances. $99. If we kept it close, Dominguez may have kept his head in the game and got a hit. It just looks like the team is going one way, and the coaches and the manager go another way. There's no harmony there. Nothing. Did you see the same what I saw? Did you see Chaz Chisholm's swinging at those pitches? Are you kidding me? Hi, Anthony. How you doing? Oh, thanks for subscribing, Anthony. I saw that. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you came to the stream. Let me put you up and give you a proper hello to the stream, to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So yes, you love the Yankees. Yeah, everybody. This is a family chat, Anthony. And just to give you a quick history of the show, we're on every morning at 8:30, Monday through Sunday. We come on live. We talk about the nights before the game, anything that happens overnight, and we have round discussions on trades. We go live. We have guests. We have multiple guests sometimes, and we do the pregame and a postgame, and sometimes we do the live play-by-play. So you've definitely come to the right place. Thank you so much, Anthony. Any questions you have? Tonight I'm on a little bit of a rant, but I'm usually very, very calm. But what I can tell you is I care about each and every one of you. And it kills me inside when the Yankees lose like this, especially knowing that, the team can do it. They can do it. And, the injuries, they don't play small ball. They don't do the things that a championship team should be doing. It's home run or bust. So welcome, Anthony. And please, all the questions and anything. And again, thank you. And again, everybody, like Anthony, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, again, well appreciated. Press the like button in and out as more content is coming up. We're going to be having a couple of interviews with former and maybe current players real soon. There's a lot going on. Anthony, if you like Jabba Chamberlain, if you remember Jabba Chamberlain from the Yankees World Championship team of 2009, I had a great interview with him. It's on our site on YouTube at NY Yankee Mania. Go on there, click on it. You'll really enjoy it. Trust me. The insight that he gave was incredible. And we do have a few other interviews with Corey Hart. And these players, they gave their heart and soul. They said how it is. So if you have a chance, please go listen to a few of the interviews. I think you'll really enjoy it. Another newie to the corporation here. John from New Jersey. Haven't seen you for a little while. Missed the days of the boss calling the dugout. Yes. Hard pressed to see who is in the organization wants to win a World Series trophy. Well, listen, one thing I can tell you is, believe it or not, Hal Steinbrenner really wants that 28 championship. He really does, because that really is his own. Because the last one, his dad was still here, which he, loved, and he wishes he's still here. But this one would be his own. So he does want to win. But the things that go on and the things that they've instilled in his head, I think are wrong. I think he needs to really sit down with himself and make a decision. Analytics, maybe to a little bit of a point, but not a lot. Not a lot with the analytics. But thank you, John. Anthony, I'm on a little bit of a rant also because the Yankees should have won the game. I don't care what it takes. They should make a trade at the trade deadline. Anthony Volpe is not doing good at all. No, you're right. You're right, Anthony. But as we say on the show, you got to remember the Yankees, after a $308 million budget, they just don't want to go more over the Cohen tax. Remember, all the money now that goes on is double. So if they add on, let's say they get 3 players and it's $20 million, that's $40 million of tax. And that's the problem here. And that's why Cashman gets all these 5 and dimers, and he tries to get a king out of it. It doesn't always work. That is the big problem. Big problem. And again, maybe Hal has told Cashman, hey, do it. Just bring me the trade. If it makes sense for us, we'll do it. Maybe there is no cash restraint this year. Maybe they want to go all for it. But right now, they're not showing Hal anything. I mean, how can he add so much money to the payroll if they're going to play like this? And they have nobody to blame but themselves because they can't do the little things. That's why these games that they lost in the past were so important. How many games did they blow? We probably wouldn't even have this discussion tonight. It would have been, well, okay, they lost to Atlanta, tomorrow. But every game now is important. Every one of them, because of what they did in that ridiculous tailspin that they went through. That's the problem. MTA 71. If Hal wants to win, he cannot worry about the luxury tax and move on from Cashman and Boone. How much more do we have to see? He can't worry about luxury tax. And, the problem is he does. Because you got to remember, not only is he doing that, but he's got, like he likes to say, he's got a big board to answer to. Remember, the Yankees, they're the majority owner, but not by much. Not by much. And you got to remember another thing. They're still paying off Yankee Stadium. And that's a big chunk every year. They got a few more years to that. And thank God that they can. But you have that, and you have a $300-something million payroll, and you have a humongous amount of people working for you. Listen, I am not defending the fact they are a cash cow. There's no question about it. But they're not as liberal as somebody like Cohen. If the Met owner right now, he could just open his pocket. You know why? Because he's got $15 billion in the bank. And that's no joke. Steinbrenner, for him to get near like billions, he's got to sell the club. Because whatever he gets, he puts into the club. They did a thing. I forgot what show it was, a financial show on TV. And everybody takes a piece of the action per year. Let's say Steinbrenner will get $3 million, and then his sister will get $3 million. Steinbrenner's wife, the other siblings, the brother-in-laws, whatever. So it's not just Hal saying, "Okay, I'm gaining all." It doesn't work that way. This is a family business, and everybody's involved. And on top of that, they have investors that And like I always say, if you don't like the Yankees to spend money, then get out of there. Somebody will buy your stock. And that bothers me, because if it's bothering you that Hal is spending a lot of money on the team, a lot more, and you're only I'm sure they get a dividend at the end of the year. I'm sure of that. Because last year they made money. And don't forget, it's everything. It's all the merchandise. It's this, it's that. The Yes Network. They're a cash cow, but they're also means to it that we don't know about. He tries to give the team the best of everything: the workout equipment, the stadiums. That Steinbrenner Stadium, if you've ever been there, it's incredible. It's incredible. Nobody does that. You think Tampa Bay wants to leave that stadium, aside from the fact that it's a minor league stadium? They're begging to stay there. And Hal will have to double that $15 million. And he'll get it. He better ask, if they're going to stay, they better ask for $30 million, because they'll only help the Yankees' cause. All right, let's go back to the chat. Bryce, how you doing? How's everything? Yankees are making money from the Rays. Yeah, $15 million. $15 million. And God knows what their expenses. I don't know how much they're paying every year in the stadium. I'm sure it's not $50,000. These are things that we don't want to, honestly, we don't want to know about it. But when you have a $300 million payroll and somebody says they're cheap, that's not really fair. I mean, do I like the decisions they make with these five and dimers? Of course not. They never did this in the olden days. Even the championships of the 90s, they never got five. Once in a while, because of an injury, they'll take a chance on somebody from the minor leagues. But the revolving door never happened like this. I heard the Rays may move to Yabo City. Okay. If they do, better for the Yankees. I guarantee the Yankees will ask for $30 million next year. They will double it. And like 99 says, he says, $15 million is nothing for billionaires. We all know Hal is pocketing that money. I don't think that's true, 99. That is not true. That is not true. You don't know the half of what their expenses are. You have to pay Yankee Stadium. Do you understand that? You know the hundreds and millions of dollars the Yankees threw in there because George wanted to stay in the Bronx? We're talking a lot of money. And the Yankees aren't complaining. We're complaining. But one day it might come out. What exactly did the Yankees pay the rest of Yankee Stadium, the cathedral of baseball? Hey, Ken. How you doing? Ridiculous game. Why the hell have a bullpen game? Why not advise a Stroman or Warren? They had a week off. Your guess is as good as mine, Ken. I can't figure it out. The chat can't figure it out. I don't know, Ken. I am completely baffled. I say White and Brubaker could have pitched. He pitched 3-4 solid innings. But then some of the people in the chat say, and then what do you do for the middle of the game? I'll take my chances if it's goose eggs in the beginning of the game. Hal is not cheap. I blame Cashman on all the moves he's made. That's why they haven't won since 2009. I blame Hal for keeping Cashman. Yes and no. Yes and no. Cashman has deals on the table. Good deals on the table that a lot of us don't know about, but some of us do. And Hal could reject it because of the salary, because of the money. Yankees are 2 games under on the road, and that's concerning. Hey, Itchy, I'm sorry it wasn't you. I'm sorry I didn't properly introduce you. Thanks, Itchy, for coming on. Ken says, I'm tired, a long day. This was a frustrating game. Yeah, it was very frustrating, Ken. It was very, very frustrating. Now tonight, I don't know if anything was said, but I do know that Spencer Jones was left out of the lineup. I don't know if he was hurt or is there a trade incoming? Has anybody listened to the post-game show? Anything come out of that? You know, if you do, please, I appreciate anybody saying anything. Jones getting traded for sure. Well, I'm starting to believe that now, Nasty One. I'm starting to believe that. Here we go again. Spencer Jones and Rock Riggio were left out of the lineup. Now, again, the last time we thought it might be a trade is because of injuries. So I don't know. We'd have to, we'll have to wait and see, or look into the Scranton Wilkes-Barre website, and they may put an injury report or something of what's going on. My bet is Jones is on his way out of Yankee organization. Okay, Ken. I can't disagree with you at this point. They're all saying Trout, Machado, and Jansen's for Jones and someone else. Where are you hearing that, Nasty One? Trout, Machado, and Jansen's for Jones? I don't know about that. That is trouble. That is trouble. Because Trout can't stay healthy. Machado can't stay healthy. And Jansen, what is he, 38? That doesn't make sense. The Yankees have to get a younger player. That's like a MLB The Show trade. It's possible. Let's see. We got something on Boone. Boone said postgame that Hamilton had good stuff. I wish he would stop gaslighting. Good stuff. That ball was straight as an arrow. I could have hit that ball. Had good stuff. Oh, my God. I really would love to know what's in Boone's head, what he really feels, because he can't be serious. MTA. Trout with luxury tax would cost us $400 million with luxury. No way this happens. No way. I think that would eat some of the Trout Yeah, how much are they going to eat? How much? Booney has a box of cupcakes in his head. Okay. Next. But listen, everybody in the chat, again, I apologize for going off the handle a little bit. But, you get frustrated. You love the team very much. I've followed the team for many, many, many years. And this is so frustrating. So frustrating. They should be winning these games. All right, today was an exception. But how many games did they blow? How many? Because they can't get the runner from third. They're 2-6 in the extra innings. They should be at least 4-2 in the extra innings. Come on. I see Hamilton and Loaisiga released after we pick up 2 bullpen guys. Hamilton, I agree. Loaisiga, I'm hearing rumors that they may do that. But I wouldn't be so fast with Loaisiga because next year, if he's healthy, then it always takes the year that you'll be okay the first year after surgery, but you're very good the next year. So I wouldn't be so fast in trading him or getting rid of him that fast. I think Brubaker needs to be our long relief guy. Well, obviously now, yes. Yes. Boone saying Volpe is elite is still crazy to me. What is he seeing that is elite? The man is batting .208. What did he do tonight? He started at what, 212? He might even let me look at this. Okay, let's see how elite he really is. Okay, he's batting .212, even with the bad night. So he must have been batting .216. So he went down 4 points. They had 33 at-bats. Think about this. 33 at-bats, they struck out 13 times. 13 times. You want to win the game? Horrible, right, Bryce? It's horrible. It's something that you can't fathom. You can't truly understand. And of course, you can't blame Boone on the pressers on the interviews because what is he going to say? We stink. You know who did that? Dallas Green. When he managed the Yankees. Oh, yeah. I covered the Yankees big time that year. And trust me, I have sound bites that he turned around. He says, they got blown out of a game. And he says, don't talk to me. Go talk to those millionaires in there. They're the prima donnas. That's the way he was. I'm telling you. Let's see, MTA. What can we expect from Cole next year after the top? We need to get a starting pitcher with control at the deadline. They might because they're going to trade some rookies or some rookie guys that are, top 10. They might. I think Cole will be okay. He may not be the dominant guy because it's going to take months. Now, if you look towards 27, that's when, and he's healthy, that's when you're ready to see a number one starter again. But remember, he'll be 36, 37 years old. So, Strider had the same thing as Cole, and look at him. Oh, yeah, well, he's also a little bit younger, too. But I understand where you're coming from. No, you're totally right about that. 2 games under the road after 48. 2 games under the road after 48 games. I agree. I know, Itchy. I know. I agree with you. Tomorrow, guys, as you know, the morning show, coffee, bagels, Yankee talk, pancakes, French fries, whatever you have in the morning, omelets. Bring your coffee. I bring my Lavazza black coffee with me, and we talk, this game tonight. Hopefully we get a good night's sleep, and, we come back nice and fresh tomorrow morning. and we'll talk about any, let's say any moves, anything that happened overnight. Then from there, we're going to do the pregame show at 4:00, because tomorrow night's game is on 7:15 again. So nothing changes. It's the regular show in the morning, NY Yankee Mania, 8:30 every day at 8:30 a.m. And then the pregame show at 4, and of course the postgame show like we did tonight about 10 p.m. Let's see, Itchy again. They need to get Stanton in that lineup behind Judge. The only thing that scares me with that is Judge strikes out, Stanton will probably strike out. I don't know. We'll take a couple of more before we end. I think the Yankees are trading Spencer Jones because they don't want to make the same mistake they did with pathetic, worthless Peraza and Volpe. Well, if they're going to trade Spencer Jones, I'll tell you why. He's already 24, 25 years old. You don't want him to come up. You don't want him to come up at 20, like Aaron Judge, because is he going to be as successful as Judge? Who knows? Who knows? But I can tell you that now that he's like 24, 25, they may deal him. They just might deal him. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm worried we will never have the same Cole back. He's getting older and coming off of Tommy John. Don't worry about Cole. He's a bulldog. He'll figure it out. It's the fear it's the fear that brings the pitches. Might get Judge better pitches. Okay. Let's see how it goes, guys. Well, listen, we've been on for an hour. My post games usually don't go that long, but we had the rant, and you guys are great. You stayed with us, and I appreciate that. Sometimes it does go a little bit longer, but I wish it was a happier tune. I really do. Ken is 24, but that's a pitcher. That's a little different, and. She was still 2.5 ahead of Toronto for the last playoff spot, which is good. Tampa Bay. Tampa lost a few games in a row when we won those 5 in a row, so it kind of helped us out. All right, one last one. Over and over, they're not playing basic baseball. They're not playing hungry ball. Agree with you. I agree with everything you're saying, John from NJ. I really, I'm telling you. Thanks. Catch you tomorrow. No problem, Itchy. We'll definitely see you tomorrow. I do want to make an announcement, folks, that on July 24th, we're going to have an added show at 4 p.m. We are going to interview a prominent CEO in the sports world for major events in and around the city, the country, and all. Her name is MJ Perdone, and she's going to come on, and I wouldn't miss this interview because she's going to talk about how to break into it, how to maybe get people involved. Kids getting credits in school. There's going to be a lot to that program, and I think it's definitely a must for a sports fan that especially wants to break into the business. She's been doing it for many years. She is well versed. She's the CEO of the company, and I am really, really excited to be interviewing her. She's a wonderful, beautiful woman. Who had dreams when she first started years ago, and when I tell you she's interviewed just about anybody and everybody. from Mariano Rivera to Michael Jordan to Shaquille O'Neal to the whole Yankee 1998 team, the Mets 69 team. They are all involved with things that she does. And I'm telling you, I am so looking forward to it. So mark that down. I'm going to put the link on probably tomorrow. So that's going to be July 24th at 4 p.m. Interviewing MJ. And let me tell you, it's a must to see. And if you miss it, it'll definitely be in the videos. So definitely come and join us at 4 o'clock on the 24th. You will really enjoy this interview. So with that in mind, everyone, I just want to say I hope everybody has a good night. Let's, close the TV, forget about it. Let's move on. And look on the bright side. We are in the playoffs right now, but we've got to play better ball. So one way or the other, we have to play better ball. So let's do it. Remember, on your way in and out, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Really appreciate it. And of course, press the like button. As you know, we are seen on Facebook. We've seen on X. And of course, YouTube and Kick. So we are on different platforms. So I appreciate everybody that's been coming on. Thank you so much. And keep it going and keep telling family members, friends, and all who love the Yankees, please to come here, subscribe. And there's a lot more things coming up. And remember, we are going to have one more trade discussion day where I'm going to give out another prize. I'm going to give out another cash prize. I will let you know exactly. It could be late next week. I don't know the date yet, but before the trade deadline, we will definitely have that going. And all you have to do is come up with a trade that makes good sense for the Yankees. And our guys, our panel that's going to be on that day, we all going to say yay or nay. And Sean Browning won the other day, and he had the best trade scenario that helped the Yankees in a couple of different ways. So that's going to happen too. And a lot more stuff, guys. Look at the interviews. And don't forget July 24th with MJ, the CEO of a very, very prominent company that's operated out of New York City. So we're going to have a great interview with her, and more surprises are coming. So with that in mind, everyone, I hope you have a very, very good night. Thanks for spending a little time with us tonight. We all vented it out, and now we could exhale and get ready for tomorrow's game. We will see you at 8:30 in the morning. God bless you all. Love you guys to bits, each and every one of you, and God bless America. And of course, God bless our New York Yankees. Good night, everyone. Have a great night.